Shalom. All praises to Abanoah, Yahweh, Eloheinu, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakah HaKodash. Okay, Yahweh is the Most High's name. Yahweh Shai is his son's name. Bahashem is in the name. Abanoah means father. Once again, Abanoah, Yahweh, Eloheinu, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakah HaKodash. Brakti Yahweh, Brakti Hashai, Brakti Yahweh, Brakti Hashai, Brakti Yahweh, Brakti Hashai. Double honors to the apostles, elders, bishops of Great Millstone, and shalom to the prophets of that body who are the men of the Lord across the four corners of the earth, and also the men that subscribe to that doctrine and the spirit and power of Yahweh Shai that are also affiliate camps. Okay? And shalom to them. That these men teach the Israelites and the Israelite foreigners across the four corners of the earth, via the internet where they are all reached as prophesied by the scriptures. Nevertheless, regardless of what's going on, which is important around the world, we know Trump's in office and we know what's going to happen next. Just a couple more prophecies to go. The Charagma, Revelation 13:16, World War III, are within that area, Jacob's trouble. Excuse me. Right, but we're also coming up to, I believe, sometime this month, possibly, maybe, or not possibly. Let me just see. Is it Thanksgiving as well? All right, Thanksgiving. When is that? Thanksgiving 2024. Okay, it's Thursday, the 28th of November, apparently, right? That's another heathenistic custom. All right, I'm just talking about the things that people celebrate, which they assume are connected to the Bible. Yes, it's mentioned in the Bible, but not in a good way because they are not something that we should celebrate. It's basically Esau, the so-called white man, and the heathen and the powers that be that have basically made a chocolate cake out of shit, covered it with cream and sprinkles and all that, and said, yeah, this is a cake, eat it. That's what they've done. All right. So they basically covered it with all sorts of layers of which you assume is something normal. You're celebrating the Messiah's birthday or whatever. Number one, you're not supposed to celebrate birthdays because the Lord says the beginning, the end. Actually, you know what? Let me get the scripture out first. Better, crying out loud. Here we go. There is the end of a thing. Excuse me. Ecclesiastes 7 and 8. Better is the end of a thing than the beginning thereof, and the patient in spirit is better than the proud in spirit. Okay? Because number one, we Israelites, all right, especially the hopeful elect, whoever they are, we are in chains of darkness. You think we're going to celebrate every single day we're in this hell, this frail body, and the things that we're catching and dealing with our specific burden that we're going to deal with on a daily basis until Yahweh Shem Shai comes in with that balm for the pain to remedy your situation. We're not supposed to do that. All right. And number two, Thanksgiving is also celebrating the demise and murder and enslavement, right, of our Gadite brothers who are the native Indians. You can also apply it to the Judite brothers also, but that turkey represents the head of a Gadite, a native Indian, chopped off. The cranberry sauce is the blood. All right. So everything around America, okay, they use you Israelites to make their money, from the sports to the music to the fashion to the hip talk to all the spices that you've created, or the liquor, or the bourbons, or the cognac, or the vodka, or the wines, to all the inventions, the styling out of cars and doing up of cars, and the the sound systems. Now they've, that Esau installs on purpose within every car, because prior to that, Esau never did that until they sent their agents to every single hood around America and around the world, especially America, to see how Jake gets down. Because anything that Jake wears, it could be, those plaid shirts that the Jakes used to wear in the 80s and 90s, you know, that were somewhat affordable because Jake was living in the hood, in the projects, in the. And now those same kind of items, because Jake's made them popular, are, expect exponentially, triple the price or whatever. They're quite high now because Jake makes it popular, right? Basically, I'm saying that Esau uses you, right, to power up America, to make America work, because they need you. We don't need them. All right? They need us. We don't need these damn devils. All right? And at the same time, they celebrate your demise and they make you look like fools. All right? And one of the main ways they make you look so foolish is you Israelites are the main ones celebrating this Christmas shit. All right? Number one, Christ Mass means Christ's death. All right? Christ is not his name anyway. All right? Hamashiach Yahushai, the anointed Messiah, our Redeemer, our lawyer, Yahweh Shai, is a so-called black man. I hate using the term black, but that's what the world understands. I'll put it in the correct term. He's a very brown-skinned man with a flawless complexion that glows like the sun. All right, a very dark brown-skinned man with a flawless, unblemished complexion, very austere-looking, very majestic. Okay, in the book of Revelations, his description is given from Revelation 1 to 14. Okay, I believe although it's stated within there how the Lord looks. You type in Jesus and the Christ and all that, there's an Edomite that comes up, or Serapis Christus. But nevertheless, I'm going to read Jeremiah 10 in a minute, right? That lets you know that we're not supposed to celebrate Christmas, and the indications and clues are here. We already know that ham and pork and all that, right, is unclean in the book of Leviticus. But you Israelites love to, have the pork inside the church, and the church, or the Lord also says that the Lord doesn't dwell in houses made with man's hands. Doesn't dwell in buildings. Is that what you're going to just give to the Lord, saying that, yeah, okay, this is my place where the Lord only dwells in a house or a building, brick and mortar, or just wood? Yahweh Hashem Yahshai says, Yahweh says, earth is, no, heaven is my throne, earth is my footstool. Okay? So the Lord doesn't dwell in man-made houses. All right? Doesn't dwell in man-made houses. All right? This is going to be of pagan history. Okay. Where was this? All right. I'll get rid of that one. There's a couple of articles that I got up just to sort of like give a little bit an indication. Why do we have Christmas trees? The surprising origin of 5 popular holiday traditions. All right. Now, remember, keep this in mind. Why do you have Christmas trees? Okay. All right. Actually, let's go to some other articles. This one is a better one, I believe. Yeah. Okay. Actually, you know what? I found a really good one. All right. Let's read this one first. All right. 25th of December is a celebration of Saturnalia, which is Satan or Shaitan, right? Or Shaitan. According to a story, the birthday of Nimrod, the sun god, is celebrated on December the 25th. All right. And it's also believed, right? Okay, that Nimrod penetrated the earth. Okay, if I'm correct. And from there rose a evergreen tree or something like that. And underneath the evergreen tree, right, people put presents in commemoration of Nimrod. It's something to that effect. Okay. Let me see if I can find that out. 1 second. Just type in the search and you'll see. Oh, I can't find that. I'm not going to deviate right now. Let's go. All right. So according to a story, the birthday of Nimrod, the sun god, is celebrated on December the 25th. All right. And you guys, because it's celebrated of the sun god or Sunday worship, sun worship, right? Saturnalia, you think it's talking about, the Most High Son. Nah, you know, it's not this, like saying, you say to a friend, I'm not calling you son because you're mine. I'm calling you son because you shine. Nah, it's not that. All right. This is referring to the fact that you're celebrating Saturnalia. So they disguised it under December the 25th. Okay. All right. The Lord was born during the time when life expounds and grows and the sun shines and the air smells fresh and the grass is green and the flowers are blooming. And that's the new year. And the new year is usually the springtime. The Lord Yahweh Shai was not born in the dead of winter. Okay. Saturnalia became pregnant and claimed that the rays of the sun from her late husband, the sun, impregnated her. She named her son Tammuz, who was worshipped as a reincarnation of Nimrod. Okay. The connection to other sun gods. After the worship of Nimrod began, different cultures developed their own local sun god worship. For example, the Egyptians worshipped Ra, the Greeks worshipped Zeus and Helios, and the Romans worshipped Jupiter and Invictus. All of these gods had their birthdays on December the 25th. The connection to Mithras. In the ancient Roman religion, Mithras was also believed to have been born on December the 25th. Mithras was the sun god of the Persians and has mystery religion was popular with Roman soldiers. And if you noticed, every heathenistic culture has their own rendition of December the 25th, but then they cover it up, right? Disguise it in a way using all these elements, saying that, it has to do with the son of the supreme power in heaven and earth that created everything, right? That's how they got you. No, not that. Yes, Saturn is the planet. Yes, Saturn is the planet the Edomite Judeans associated with their god, now called Satan. The Edomites themselves were descendants of the tribe of Esau, who are the so-called white man today, who mated with Canaanites, worshippers of Moloch or Molech. All right, I think that's the owl deity. Moloch is the Minotaur demon, half man, half bull. Okay, Salakia. Which one's the owl one then? Anyway, who mated the Canaanites, worshippers of Moloch. Moloch is the Minotaur demon, half man, half bull, to which the Canaanites made sacrifices to. Let's see what Moloch looks like. I'm sure that was the owl, wasn't it? Okay. Okay, that's Moloch. All right. All right. Now let's go into a little bit more information. The pagan origins of Christmas, Saturnalia, Yule, and other pre-Christian traditions. Okay. Damn. Yeah, so the festival falls between the 21st and December the 21st and 22nd. Sorry, December the 21st and 25th. All right. Okay, this is from this is from written by an East Indian woman, Ritika Dar, November the 1st, 2024, 7 days ago. The origins of Christmas can be traced back to the ancient Roman and Norse civilizations. In fact, 25th of December was not even uh, Jebus Jebus's date of birth. All right, or what they call Jesus. The early Christians appropriated that was The earlier Christians appropriated what was originally a pagan holiday because it was convenient. Before that, the people of ancient Europe had celebrations of the pagan god Saturn or even Odin at the end of December to mark the shortest day of the year. Indeed, many of the Christmas traditions we have today come from these ancient festivals. Examples of this include kissing under the mistletoe and decorating trees. The origins of Christmas are complex and intertwined with various cultural and religious traditions, including some pagan elements. While Christmas is primarily celebrated as a Christian holiday commemorating the birth of Jesus Christ, it coincides with the winter solstice and incorporates elements from pre Christian traditions. The winter solstice takes place on 22nd December, the day when the Earth's axis is tilted furthest away from the sun. It is the shortest day of the year and is meant to mark the beginning of winter in the northern hemisphere. But it is also a time of hope because the days begin lengthening again as spring is coming. It's not a time of hope. Everything's dead, all right, and they're basically uh, throwing out their satanic prayers during that era or during that time of the year. And even if you think about it, even when I was in the world, right, and celebrated, so-called Christmas, right, I used to always think to myself, why do they keep talking about Santa Claus, which is Satan Claus? It's an anagram. Santa is an anagram, Santa. Take the N, take the N from after Sa, put that at the end. Is Satan Claus? Satan gets his claws into you in a red suit, right? Now, I was always to think to myself, why do they keep putting so much emphasis on so-called Santa Claus and um, Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer and what's the other one? The Snowman, and just celebrating Christmas, and they're not even talking about, the Son of God. Which I used to always think about that. Now it makes sense today that it's not even Yahweh's birthday. It's not even Yahweh's birth at that time. Not that we celebrate the Lord's birthday. Okay, it's not. He wasn't born at that time. He wasn't born on December the 25th. This is all focusing around Saturnalia, Nimrod. All right, everything has got satanic, paganistic uh, elements connected to everything. Kissing under the mistletoe, you know, all these kinds of things. A lot of people in the modern world may not even know that this winter celebration actually has nothing to do with the scriptures and religion, which is true. But it's mentioned in the scriptures that you can't celebrate this, okay? And the Lord doesn't, um, you know, uh, like these paganistic feast days, you know. But these all these fake pastors are set up to deceive the people, okay, to lead them into a burning house, and they're paid to do so handsomely, okay. And a lot of them are a bunch of freaks and faggots as well, and that's their nature, and that's what they promote you to do, right? And they're gonna lead you astray. You think if they've told the truth, they'll get all these 501c3 charters and all these tax breaks and all this extra money thrown at them? They're not there to lead people in the right direction. They're there to lead the people astray. Because remember, everything in this world is on a satanic vibration. All right, they hold the Bible. All they do is read John 3:16, and John 3:16 all the time. Then they hold the Bible. Then they go into a sermon about money making and loving everyone, and you know and then just add some comedy to it, and maybe some music and a song and dance. Then afterwards, they're gonna bless the pork and some wine or whatever. Then they're gonna eat that and some catfish, which is all against the scriptures. But they hold the Bible, though. They have a building, which the Lord said He doesn't dwell in buildings made with man's hands. You know, Yahweh Hashem Yeshua said, "Earth, heaven is my throne, and earth is my footstool." Okay, actually, let me get that out since I said it. I said it twice now. Acts 7:48 and 7:49, King James Version. Howbeit, the Most High dwelleth not in temples made with hands, as saith a prophet. Verse 49, heaven is my throne, and earth is my footstool. What house will ye build me, saith the Lord Yahweh Hashem Yeshua? Or what is the place of my rest? Okay. So you know, the Lord doesn't even dwell there. So what's dwelling in that building then? Satan, isn't it? Satan's in that building. Everything's adverse to the scriptures. So if you're against the scriptures, you're an antichrist. There's not just one antichrist. You know, some dude walking around in the White House with horns on his head and red eyes. No. There's many antichrists. You're against the scripture, you're an antichrist. 1 second. They may be even more surprised to learn that Christmas celebrations like decorating with holly, putting up Christmas trees, and kissing under the mistletoe are rooted in ancient fertility rituals. You hear that? Look at that. You got to understand this article. The truth is coming out now, man. November the 1st, 2024. And it's coming out mainstream too. This is quite easy to access. And I'm not even using Google as a search engine. Okay. Where was this going? Let's read it again. A lot of people in the modern world may not even know that this winter celebration actually has nothing to do with the scriptures and religion. They may be even more surprised to learn that Christmas celebrations like decorating with holly, putting up Christmas trees, and kissing under the mistletoe are rooted in ancient fertility rituals. These are all symbolic acts to celebrate the fertility of the earth and the approach of the sowing season. I believe at the time in the ancient world, they used to, instead of the kissing under the mistletoe, they actually used to have just run around naked and just have sex with under the mistletoe or in the in the wilderness, something to that effect. Obviously, the way we practice the Passover, we may not put all the blood on the doorposts, but we do everything else because there's certain things that we can't do in this world. These damn devils may not have random sex out in the open like they did in the ancient world. They probably do. The elites probably do in their mansions or whatever, and some other weirdos probably do as well, and Bohemian Grove and all that. But for the most part, regular people that don't know what's going on, or some of them that do know what's going on, for them this is a high holy day, so they probably take it a little bit further, or they just do the kissing underneath the mistletoe, which is a paganistic, and they don't go the whole way because there's only certain things they can do in public with people walking around with a mistletoe. Okay. Before throwing the word pagan around, we should first discuss what it means. Who were the pagans? Exactly. Paganism was originally a word used by the early Christians to refer to the polytheistic Romans. What it essentially means is non-Christian. It could apply just as well to the Norse people in Scandinavia or the ancient Celts in the British Isles. As the Christian missionaries began to roam around Western Europe and the larger world, they used the term pagan to refer to anyone who did not share their beliefs on their religion. Their multiple gods were classed within the single category of pagan gods. All right. I want to see if there's anything else, because there's a lot of history here, but I just want to go to the straight meat pieces. I'm trying to avoid all the pieces of extra meat or Meat covered with fat we don't need. The Saturnalia festival was usually celebrated between 17th of December and 24th of December, so-called Christmas Eve. Even now, Christmas is not really celebration of one day. It is called the Christmas season, and festivities start well in advance of 25th of December. 12 days of Christmas, right? That song, 12 Days of Christmas. So yeah, it does start well in advance of the 25th of December. In Saturnalia festival, 25th of December was considered the climax and had a special time. And had a special name, Brumalia. During Saturnalia and Brumalia, all social hierarchies were overturned. The people, including the Roman slaves, indulged in widespread merrymaking. Okay, who were the Roman slaves? The Israelites. The slaves could even take part in public celebrations and not work on the last day of the festival. Public gambling was a big event, and everyone is allowed to wear colorful clothes. The Persian cap worn by the freed Roman slaves was worn as a symbol of the freedom of the season. Many of the modern Christmas traditions originated in the ancient Roman Empire. The ancient Roman Empire was the Edomite one. The Holy Roman Empire was when Jake started ruling, when Jake overtook the Roman Empire. Okay, so there's a differentiation. It doesn't say Holy Roman Empire. It says Roman Empire. The Holy Roman Empire was when the southern kingdom was ruling that part of Rome. What was Yule? Okay, let's go into that one. Christmas with a Yule log. Other than Saturnalia, one of the festivals that had a huge influence on Christmas was Yule, celebrated largely by the Norse people in Northern Europe. Many of the old Yule traditions have become Christmas traditions today. The celebrations lasted for 12 days and huge bonfires were lit. Feasting and drinking were a big part of the celebrations. The night before Yule was called Mother's Night. The Yule tree was decorated around the time of the winter solstice, and the Yule log would be lit so that families could feast and be merry by the fire all night. The Yule ham, see that in the book of Leviticus, you can't even you can't eat pork or any abominations. That includes shrimp, crab, lobster, fish with no fins and scales, and you can't eat catfish and what was the other stuff. Possum, you can't eat that. You can't eat badger. You can't eat snake, cobra. All right. The Yule ham was a huge aspect of this celebration since the boar was sacred to the pagan god Freyr. All right, the Christians have appropriated many of these traditions to celebrate Christmas. All right. So basically, you're the Satanists. The people that call themselves Christians today are basically modern day Satanists and just hold the Bible and they practice Satanism. That's all they do. That's all they do. That's all they're doing. The Slavic people too had their own winter solstice festivals. Karashun is a pagan holiday that is celebrated in honor of the black god Chernobyl. Very similar to Samhain and Halloween. Okay? Didn't we just have Halloween right now, October 31st? This was a day when all Slavic gods associated with darkness and decay were most potent. However, the white god or the sun god is resurrected the next day and triumphs again. Ancient Slavs lit fires in cemeteries and crossroads. See, remember that term, crossroads, where they do a lot of black magic and leave certain things for people to cross by and they get affected by it, spiritually. Ancient Slavs lit fires in cemeteries and crossroads on this day to keep their loved ones warm. Just like the crazy Egyptians. I mean, lighting fires in a cemetery when, your body's spirit has left that. Your spirit has left the body, and these idiots are trying to keep their loved ones warm by lighting fires in a cemetery. And just as retarded as the Egyptians. Ancient Slavs lit fires in cemeteries and crossroads on this day to keep their loved ones warm. Feasts were organized to honor the dead and feed them. Like the dumb Latinos do Ishakar, the Day of the Dead. These practices have merged with modern Christmas traditions. There you go with what's the term? I'll just call it idiocy. You know, the lunatism or the stupidity. See, I mean, what we've just read so far is all the many areas, man. The different cultures and different so-called races of people around the world, mainly the Edomites, but other heathenistic tribes too that are celebrate Christmas in different reasons, and they're happy incorporating heathenistic customs, heathenistic customs, which a lot of people know that Christmas isn't isn't the time when the Son of the Most High was born, Yahweh Shai. They know, but they just do it anyway. Why? Oh, we're doing it for the children, you know. We're doing it for the kids. Oh, it's fun, you know. It's fun and all that shit. Well, the Lord's gonna, make it fun when, you guys, um, your house gets burnt down, by a crazy electric shock from that Christmas tree that you have, you know, while you're watching, what's that movie with that Edomite in it, that racist Edomite, um, White Christmas, not Bing Crosby, the other one. Man, I just saw it on Amazon the other day. It's a Wonderful Life. While you're watching that, Lord's gonna have fun with you. You know. All right, let's go to the scriptures, man. Okay. Hear ye the word which the Lord Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai, or like Yahweh, because it's caps, speaketh unto you, O house of Israel. Okay, because remember the laws were given to the Israelites. The heathens don't have laws. That's why they celebrate anything and eat everything. All right, and you Israelites, being in slavery in every captivity, have picked up the habits. All right, thus to this day you copy and celebrate the heathenistic customs. All right. And a lot of you celebrate it to this day is because you're 2/3 and you're going to get deleted. Unless Yahweh Shai takes you out of it. The elect are not going to celebrate Christmas. The elect are not going to celebrate Halloween. The elect are not going to celebrate Thanksgiving. The elect are not going to celebrate birthdays as well. All right. All right. You're not going to do these things willingly. All right. You might live in a household, like, for example, you might be a young man in the truth, 15, 16 years old. You don't have your own place. You might have family members, or you might have, you might be a brother that's in the truth and you don't have your own place, where you got certain family members that still celebrate birthdays. And you might be in a house, you don't willingly do it, but you're just there, and the Lord understands you're not willingly doing it. You're just there. You know what I mean? And the Lord understands that, but you're not willingly doing it. You're not saying, oh, let's celebrate your birthday today. Let's get the house decorated, put balloons everywhere, streamers, all right. But if you do have a wife and children and you have control of your household, which you should have, your wife should not be going to no damn church. All right. Your wife should not be celebrating Christmas, Halloween, Thanksgiving, all that shit. You can eat turkey, but just don't have it those certain days. All right. Okay. And don't celebrate your birthdays. It doesn't matter if the children like you or not. Okay. You're supposed to lay down the law, man. Lead your household. Do things decently and in order. Pursuant to 1 Corinthians 14 and 40. Hear ye the word which the Lord Yahweh speaketh unto you, O house of Israel. Okay? Thus saith the Lord Yahweh. I'm going to say Bahashem Yahweh Shai. Thus saith the Lord Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai. Learn not the way of the heathen, and be not dismayed at the signs of heaven, for the heathen are dismayed at them. Like you dumb jakes out there get scared and so dismayed when you see the chariots. Because you're retarded, you're stupid. It's not for you. Verse 3. For the customs of the people are vain, for one cutteth a tree out of the forest, the work of the hands of the workman with the axe. Verse 4. They deck it with silver and with gold. They fasten it with nails and with hammers, that it move not. Isn't there a movie out? What was that movie with Danny DeVito, Deck the Horse? They deck it with silver and gold. Okay? In the ancient world, they actually decked it with real silver and gold. Now you guys use tinsel and those gold spray paints, or that squirt and that that squirty cheese looking stuff, but it's like made out of foam or something. You spray your fake trees with that. You don't even use real trees now, but you're still keeping the rituals going. Even you heathens don't keep your customs the way you did in the ancient world. You're just still having a rendition of it. But you're still doing it. Okay? And you're still paying homage to Nimrod, and to all the other evil entities that are surrounded within that within those certain days of between December the 17th and the 25th. They deck it with silver and with gold. They fasten it with nails and with hammers, that it move not. Nowadays, you have stands, so you don't have to fasten it with hammer and nails, unless you're one of those Edomites that that live in those huge mansions, and uh, and you go with your son. Hey, son, let's go. Buy a fresh tree. You take the weekend off, or you got the weekend free. Um, you know, and you go with your children and you get yourself a tree and bring back a fresh tree, about 6 feet tall, and it's in a real pot, or it's got a real stand, how they did 100 years ago or more. But nowadays, your regular Edomites and you heathens, right? When I say heathens, I'm talking to you 2/3 Israelites that celebrate this bullshit still. The trees have stands now. They deck it with silver and with gold. They fasten it with nails and with hammers, that it move not. Verse 5. They are upright as a palm tree, but speak not. They must needs be borne. They must needs be borne, because they cannot go. Be not afraid of them, for they cannot do evil. Neither also is it in them to do good. Okay. Verse 6. For as much as there is none like unto thee, O Lord Yahweh Bahashem Yahushai, O Lord Yahweh, thou art great, and thy name is great in might. Verse 7. Who would not fear thee, O King of nations? For to thee doth it appertain, for as much as among all the wise men of the nations, and in all their kingdoms, there is none like unto thee. Verse 8. But they are altogether brutish and foolish. The stock is a doctrine of vanities. Okay. Silver spread into plates is brought from Tarshish, and gold from Euphaz, and the work of the workman, and of the hands of the founder. Blue and purple is their clothing. They are all the work of cunning men. Verse 10. But the Lord Yahweh is a true power. He is the living power and an everlasting king. At his wrath the earth shall tremble, and the nations shall not be able to abide his indignation. Indignation is righteous anger. Verse 11. Thus shall ye say unto them, the gods that have not made the heavens and the earth, even they shall perish from the earth and from under these heavens. You dumb jakes worship the creature, not the creator. And some of you jakes, even to this day, worship, especially you Gadites, worship the tree, moon, sun, stars, the water. Verse 12. He hath made the earth by his power. He hath established the world by his wisdom, and hath stretched out the heavens by his discretion. Let me see how many verses there are. Okay, verse 13. When he uttereth his voice, there is a multitude of waters in the heavens, and he causeth the vapours to ascend from the ends of the earth. He maketh lightnings with rain, and bringeth forth the wind out of his treasures. Every man is brutish in his knowledge. Every founder is confounded by the graven image. Okay, your crosses, your trees, all right, your images of Caesar Borgia, especially Latin tribes, that you have them in your house, you Italian jakes. You know, you crossing yourself every time you go past a damn church. For his molten image is falsehood, and there is no breath in them. All right, those idols that you worship. You know, and Mother Mary ain't shedding no tears. That statue ain't shedding no fucking tears, man. You damn stupid people bowing down to a statue. You know, just like these dot heads do in their religion. They are vanity and the work of errors. In the time of their visitation, they shall perish. All right, you heathens are going to perish, and you Jakes sure as hell are going to get perish. Because the Lord said that His judgment shall begin in the house of Israel. You know, the Lord's going to come and get you Jakes first, man, and your families before the heathen. Okay, because you're His first. The Lord's going to discipline His children first before He gets to the rest of His creation. Verse 16, the portion of Jacob is not like them, for he is the former of all things, and Israel is a rod of his inheritance. The Lord of hosts, the Lord of armies, is his name. All right? I'm going to leave it there. All right? So, okay, there's one more scripture I want to get. I will. Amos 5 and 21. I despise your feast days. The Lord hates your feast days. The Lord hates your Thanksgivings, your Christmas, your Halloween, your Easters, your bunnies, and all that. You know, the Lord hates that because they're all paganistic, heathenistic, satanic holidays. Celebrating your birthdays, the Lord hates that. Amos 5:21. I despise your feast days. I will not smell in your solemn assemblies. Though you offer me burnt offerings and your meat offerings, I will not accept them. Neither will I regard the peace offerings of your fat beasts. Okay, whether they're clean or unclean, definitely not. You know, if it's unclean, the Lord definitely ain't gonna accept that. It's unclean. And that's what most of you Jakes love unclean meat. I've seen videos of Jakes refusing to eat turkey, but they're happy to have a pork sandwich. Crazy, man. Refusing turkey bacon and turkey legs, but rather eat a damn pig. Take thou away from the noise of thy songs, for I will not hear the melody of thy viols. You know, no jingle bells over here. The Lord don't want to hear none of that bullshit. Verse 24, but let judgment run down as waters and righteousness as a mighty stream. Verse 25, have ye offered unto me sacrifices and offerings in the wilderness 40 years, O house of Israel? Verse 26, but ye have borne the tabernacle of Molech. We just touched on Molech earlier. And Shuan, your images, the star of your God, which ye made to yourselves. Your idols that you Jakes worship. You know, knowingly or unknowingly. And even if you do it unknowingly, okay, the Lord hates you because the Lord doesn't want to wake you up. Unless the Lord has mercy on you the last minute. Only Yahweh Shemeshai knows. Verse 27, therefore will I cause you to go into captivity beyond Damascus, saith the Lord Yahweh Shemeshai, whose name is the power of hosts, the Lord of armies. Yahweh Shemeshai is the Lord of armies, man. Okay, and this is the reason why we're in the condition that we're in. This is the reason why we went into captivity. into captivity after captivity after captivity after captivity. And now this is the final one. We're in the last call. The bell's rung. Last round to go. The Lord's returning soon. All right. Esau's got his own timeline set, saying that, oh, there's a massive giant ship approaching, and we're expecting it to hit, it hits Earth's atmosphere in 2027. The Lord is already here, man. But we'll see, because Esau can't predict when Yahweh Shai is going to return, man. Only the Lord, even only Yahweh knows. Yahweh Shai doesn't even know when he's going to get, show himself, reveal himself in the physical. Even though we know he's here spiritually via the angels as well. But that's Esau's estimation. And we're approaching 2025, right? And Elder Apostle Tahar did say that, each so-called rulership, right, that we've, captivity we've been in, lasts usually approximately 250 years. And Esau's rulership will hit its climax of 250 years in 2026, right? We're basically in 2025 right now. What's it, another what? It's November the 8th today, so what, about another 7 weeks? It's 2025. Okay? But Abarat Tazar Yahweh shall return soon, man. Only the Lord knows anyway. Anyway, so there you go, man. The Lord does not like your heathenistic holidays, and the scriptures let you know that Christmas is not part of the righteous celebrations that should be celebrated on the right-hand side in the spirit and power of Yahweh B'Hashem Yahushai. Everything that you Israelites that are celebrating, right, in this world is everything adverse to the scriptures, and everything is anti-Hamashiach or anti-Christ. So therefore, you guys are Satanists, all right? You're Satanists pretending to be so-called Christians, all right? All praises to Yahweh B'Hashem Yahushai B'Hashem Rakakodash. Shalom. F Christmas.